with our stretching. So again, today is upper body focus. Draw your feet wider than your hips. Woo! Heels and toes out. Tiny circles with your arms, palms facing down. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed away from your ears. Keep it going for 3, 2. Last one, reverse that direction. Tiny circles, opposite direction. Still shoulders relaxed down from your ears. Keeping your legs straight, reach your right hand down toward your left toes. Come back to center, switching sides. Warming up the back side of your body from your heels all the way towards the crown of your head. Twisting your torso. One more time on each side. Gently come back to center, arms out to a T, bend into both of your knees, hinge forward at your waist. Give yourself a nice big hug as you open your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together. For 3, last 2, and 1. Come on up, toggle your feet under your hips, right arm across your body, gently pulling that forearm into the opposite shoulder for a bicep stretch. Open, circle out your wrist, switch sides, lift them across your body. Bicep stretch for the left side. Open, arms overhead, bend your right elbow. If you're bringing your chin to your chest, try lifting your chin off of your chest. Deepening that tricep stretch. Arms back overhead, circle it out. Switch side, left elbow bends behind your head, chest lifted, chin up. Last one, release your arms down. All right, we got 50 seconds on the clock. 10-second breather. Each move, we're going to do 4 times through. Go ahead and grab those weights. After that 4th round, you got a 30-second breather, then we're going to move on to the new moves. First up, we have palm out, around the world arms. Arms up and arms down. Here we go. 50 seconds is on the clock. Grounding through your feet. And again, I'm just using 5 pounds today. You can go heavier. You can go lighter. I'm trying to take some tension off of my core. To help stabilize yourself more and using less of your core, you can draw your feet wider than your hips. Likewise, to engage your core more, draw your feet under your hips or even closer together, maybe zipping your legs together. Around the world arms, reaching high overhead. Thumbs touch. As you release your arms down, pinkies in. 5 more seconds here. Finishing the first round, super strong, last one. All right, catch your breath. You can always do a stretch of your shoulders, maybe just shrugging them up and away from your ears. All right, here we go. Round 2, reach it up and back down. This can be standing, feet under your hips. You can also stagger your feet, one foot in front of the other. Of course, trying to alternate which foot is forward. You can also do this from a kneeling stance. Keeping the shoulders directly on top of your knees and your hips. Pinkies in. Palms facing out the whole time. Around the world arm, making a big circle. 10 more seconds here. Nice, Amy. Beautiful control. Slow and steady. Last 2. And 1. All right, shake it out. 2 down. 2 to go. Around the world arms. Here we go. If you're staying, of course, keep a micro bend in those knees. Big breath in. Reach the arms overhead. Big exhale out. As you lower the arms, making sure to keep your shoulders relaxed down and away from your ears. Even though the focus is our upper body today, you do want to engage your core to protect your spine. Keep it going. Around the world arms, lifting and lowering with control. As slow as you lift, that's the same speed you want to lower. Don't just allow those arms to flop down. Beautiful, Amy. Last 3, 2. All right, shake it out. Fourth and final round coming up here. Around the world arms. All right, set it up. Here we go. Reaching high overhead. And relaxing down. You know, I thought that these 5s would be super easy. After a couple rounds, even the second round, I started feeling it. You can always adjust your weights at any time, increasing or decreasing, even doing just body weight. You're still moving. Big breath in, arms reach overhead, shoulders relax down. Big breath out, arms lower. 10 more seconds here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, 30-second breather. Set those weights down, shake it out, shrug your shoulders up and back, shrug them up and forward, grab water at any time. We still got 20 seconds. Next up, we're gonna focus on those triceps. So we're gonna be in a bent over stance, feet as wide as your hips, toes parallel, arms by your side, palms in. We're gonna row that arm up towards your back pocket. Bring that elbow up towards the sky. Imagine you're trying to elbow somebody directly off of your back. Weight comes in toward your back pocket, not in towards your chest. That's working more of your traps. We want to feel that burn in our triceps. Arms stay narrow, row, and release. Row, and release. Now, just like our around the world arms, and mainly because we are hinging forward, you want to engage your core. Tucking your hips under, scoop your hips up towards your rib cage. Protecting your spine. Last 3, 2. All right, come on up to center. Shoulders down and back. 1 down, 3 to go. Alternating, narrow row, palms facing in. Here we go. Start on the left side this time. Row and release. You can always start on the same side if you prefer. I just mentally try to mix it up. Makes me feel like I'm doing something a little bit different. Drawing your navel in towards your spine and up to the crown of your head. My one dog always pokes her head in and then she runs off. I think she thinks I have food. For a 2-pound dog, she's very food motivated. All right, keep it going. Row and release. Making sure not to arch or round your spine. Nice flat back, shoulders pulled down. Imagine that you're preparing for a deadlift. That is the exact same pose that you're in, except your palms are facing in. Oh, okay, 50 seconds has finished. Shake it out, shoulders down and back. We've got round 3 coming up in 2. Set it up when you're ready. Right arm, row, and release. Soft bend in those knees. Gentle gaze a few feet in front of your toes. Of course, if you have a mirror nearby, you can check on your form. Checking that your hips are pressed back, scooped under. Drawing your navel in towards your spine and up to the crown of your head. Continue to breathe. Do not hold your breath. Bringing that palm in with the weight towards your back pocket, elbow to the sky. Shoulders and hips stay square the entire time. 7 more seconds here. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake it out when you finish that last one. We've got our final round here. I'm starting on the left side if you're with me. Feet under your hips, hinge forward. Here we go. Left row, release, right row, and release. Keep it going. Big breath in, big breath out. Moving here with control. There's no need for speed for any of these moves. Shoulders and hips in line. So avoid opening up that shoulder. Avoid opening up that hip. It's a row, not a golf swing. Keep it going. You've got 10 more seconds. Nice work, Amy. Beautiful rows. And release. Last 5, 3, 2. All right, finish it up. I'm going to set these weights down. We're moving on. We've got alternating moves next. You got a 20-second breather still. Grab water when you need it. Shake it out. You can even swing your arms side to side. We're going to focus on those biceps next. We have an alternating bicep curl, palm up, bring the palms in, hammer curl. Thumb towards the same shoulder. Grab those weights, set it up, feet under your hips, starting with the bicep. Here we go. Full curl, full extend, flip the palms in, hammer curl. Thumb in towards the same shoulder. Keeping your elbows in towards your rib cage. Soft bend in those knees. Chest is lifted. You can hinge slightly forward, that doesn't hurt your back, or stack your shoulders directly over your hips, still with a micro bend in those knees. Grounding through your feet. Keep it going, alternating bicep curl, extend, palm in, hammer curl, and extend. You got 5 more seconds. Last 3, 2. All right, shake it out. Since I started and finished on the bicep curl, I'm going to start on a hammer curl next. All right, set it up. Palms facing in for the hammer curl. Here we go. Bring it in. Full extend. Flip the palms up. Bring it in. And extend. Nice control. This can, of course, be standing, feet under your hips or wider for support. You can also zip your legs together for more core engagement. You can also stagger your feet 1 foot forward or come down to a kneeling stance, your choice. Last 15 here, finishing up round 2, stronger than the first. You've got it. Last 5, 3, 2. All right, finish up where you're at. Shake it out. 2 down, 2 to go. I'm gonna start those bicep curls again. Palm up, here we go. Full curl, full extend. Flip it in, hammer curl, full extend. So you really want to draw those palms in towards the shoulders for the bicep curl. When you flip the palms in, you're drawing those thumbs towards the same shoulder. And extend. As you extend those arms, little bonus here, if you come to a completely straight arm, you're tensing those triceps. So not only are we working our biceps with the curls, as we flex and straighten those arms, we're also getting some tricep engagement. Nice arms for summertime. Last 2 and 1. All right, finish up where you're at. Shake it out. We're gonna come back to round 4, 4th and final round, hammer curl, extend, palm up, bend and extend. Very nice. Way to control those movements. Think about lengthening the crown of your head towards the ceiling above you, grounding through all 3 points of each foot. No matter if your feet are under your hips, wider or more narrow. You're pressing into your big toe, out to your pinky toe, straight back to your heel. Keep it going. Curl, extend, curl, extend. Last 5, 3, 2. All right. Shake it out. Next up, you got a 30-second breather. I'm just going to show you what we're going to do next. Next up, weights to your shoulders. We have an overhead press. Hold the arms lifted. tricep bend, and extend. This can be done with one weight between your palms or two weights, as I just showed. If you're using one weight, bring that weight to heart center, else bring it to your shoulders. We're going in 2. Last one, overhead press. Elbows over your shoulders, elbows bend, and extend. So we're coming back to those shoulders. Technically, this is our 3rd move for our triceps. If you were flexing those triceps as you straighten the arms with your curls. Nice triceps, never hurt anybody. Making sure that as you bend and extend those elbows overhead, that your elbows are directly over your shoulders. One weight between your palms or two weights. Palms are facing in towards one another. Big inhale, big exhale. Last 5, 3, 2. All right, finish up where you're at. A little reset. Catch your breath. The fun continues. Remember, 1 or 2 weights. Here we go. Overhead press. Keep those elbows hugged in towards your ears. Maybe even they remain touching your ears. You press it overhead. Hold that press. Elbows bend and extend. You want to avoid butterflying out those elbows. That's doing nothing for your triceps. It might look pretty. It might feel a little bit easier. Then if you keep those elbows hugged in, that just means that you're not working those triceps. Keep it going. Elbows bend, elbows extend. Of course, we still have that core engagement. Even if we're not working the core, it's still engaged. Last 3, 2. All right. We got 2 down, 2 to go. 1 weight or 2. Here we go. Press it up overhead. Tricep bend and extend. Now, if you're using 2 weights, you press it overhead directly over your shoulders. You can continue to keep your palms over the shoulders or keep the elbows over your shoulders and bring the palms in together. Weights touching for a little bit additional control. You're still hugging those biceps into your ears. Still keeping those shoulders directly underneath your elbows. Probably sounds a little bit easier. Elbows directly over your shoulders. Keep it going. Lift, bend, extend, and lower. You've got 7. Last 3, 2, and 1. Finish up where you're at. All right, we got 1 more to go. And then we're moving on. All right, here we go. Ground through your feet. Here we go. Press it up. Overhead press. Elbows bend and extend. Lower the weight back towards your shoulders or chest, depending if you have 2 or 1 weight. Keep it going. You're already 20 seconds down in your final round. Remember, elbows hugged in. Shoulders directly over your hips. As you reach those arms overhead, holding them high. Elbows bending and extending. Those elbows are directly over your shoulders. That's it. Keep it going. 10 more seconds. Overhead press, tricep bend and extend for 5. Last 1. All right, finish up where you're at. You can set those weights down. We're going back to 2 weights if you transition to 1 like I did. All right, you still got 20 seconds. I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. All right, shoulders down away from your ears. 1 weight in each hand. Ground through your feet. Elbows at 90. Elbows tucked in close to your body. We have a bent fly. Lift and lower. Double uppercut. Lift and lower. Bent fly, lower down, uppercut, lower down. So we're keeping those elbows at 90. Now, you can do a double bent fly, or you can take it to alternating, right? Lift lower, left, lift lower, double uppercut, knuckles to the sky. Lower back down, left side. Double time, bent fly, or single arm to a double uppercut. I know those shoulders are screaming. I know those triceps are on fire. We'll stretch it all out at the end, don't worry. 5 more seconds here. Last 2, and 1. All right, finish up where you're at. Shake it out. I'm gonna start on the left side this time. You can start right, you can start left. I'm gonna continue to alternate. Feel free to do a double bent fly to a double uppercut, or a single bent fly to a double uppercut. Keep it going. You're already 10 seconds down. Make sure to breathe. Lift and lower. Elbows stay bent at 90 the whole time. We're holding that tension. I know it burns. You got 20 seconds to go. Nice work, Amy. Bend fly, lift and lower, double uppercut for 5. Last 2. All right. Stretch out anything you need to, shoulders down and away. Set it up, elbows at 90, here we go. Bend fly, lift and lower, double or alternating. Double uppercut. Elbows stay bent at 90. Lift, lower, lift, and lower. Got it, stay with it. This is round 3 of 4. There's no surprises. You know what this feels like. Slow it down as much as you need to. Control those movements. Don't just lift and then let that arm come back down on its own. Control that movement. Same with the uppercut. 7 more seconds. Bend fly, lift and lower, double uppercut, lift and lower. All right, shake it out. Ooh, this one really burns. All right. Elbows at 90. Here we go. Bend fly, uppercut. Now remember, if you're doing a double bend fly, both arms at the same time, only do 1 set to 1 set of uppercuts. Keep it going. Lift and lower, bringing that elbow just to the shoulder. If you're bringing it higher than the shoulder, you're increasing the potential for injury. And a little hint, hint, that means you can go heavier. All right, 15 seconds to go. Stay with it. I know it burns. Lift and lower. Double uppercut. Last 5, 3, 2. All right. Set those weights down. Shake it out. You still got 20 seconds. I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. Sorry for our shoulders. All right, grab those weights. Elbows at 90, palms facing up. Palms are in towards your body. We're going to open the arms, close the arms, extend the arms forward, bring it back in. Here we go, open and close. This can also be done alternating. So if you'd like, open and close the right arm, extend, pull it in. Now left arm, open and close. Now think of that arm as a door hinge. You're keeping that elbow tucked in towards your rib cage, maybe even slightly behind your rib cage. Open and close. Elbow stays at 90, controlling that movement. Shoulders relax down and away from your ears. Last 5. Last 2. All right, shake it out. I know it hurts. We got those shoulders, we got those triceps, we got those biceps. All right, set it up, here we go. I'm gonna continue to alternate. because it burns. You can double it up, or you can come down to singles with me. You can, of course, always stay standing. You can come kneeling. No matter where you are, standing or kneeling, knees or feet close in, under your hips or wider. Remember to engage your core, protect your spine. You're still balancing whether you're kneeling or standing. You still need that deep core work, even though the focus and the strength portion is geared towards our upper body. Last 2 and 1. All right, hard to believe. 2 down, 2 to go. We're halfway. All right, set it up. Here we go. I can't tell if this one really burned or it was because they were at the tail end of class. Either way, it's a good burn. Open and close. Keep it going. Almost there. Open, close, extend, and bend. That's it. You've got it for 10. Two. All right. Oh my. One more round to go. We got this. Set it up when you're ready. Here we go. Open and close. Press and pull. You want to keep your weight at that 90-degree bend as you open and close. You want to reach that palm forward, not lifting higher than your shoulder. Just like our last move with that bent fly. More opportunity for injury if you're bringing it higher than your shoulder. If you still feel like it's too easy as you bring it to shoulder height or lower, go heavier. Challenge yourself because you can. All right, 3 seconds to go. I'm going to finish up one more time on the right side. All right, finish up when you're ready. Pull it in, shake it out. All right, set those weights down. The much deserved, well-earned stretch. Set those feet side to side. Grab water at any time. We did a lot of strength moves for long durations with a little bit of breaks for our upper bodies. Just drawing some big circles with your arms forwards and backwards. Now we're going to ground through our feet, just the right arm. Big circle forward. One more time in this direction. And then reverse the direction. Big circle. Once more. Release your right hand down. Draw that left arm back and forward for 3. That's 2. 1 more. All right, flip it in reverse. Draw it forwards and back. All right, give me some dead arms. Allow those arms to just flop side to side, maybe slapping your shoulder, maybe your hip. For some lymphatic flow, you can bring it to the opposite armpit. Keep going for 3, 2. Last one. All right, draw the arms overhead. Walk your feet under your hips, parallel. Draw your elbows wide. Keeping your shoulders over your hips. Holding here for one more round of breath. Big inhale. Big exhale. On your next inhale, lean back. Keep the elbows wide. Gentle back bend. Squeeze your glutes. Press your hips forward. Feel the length across the front side of your body. Across your collarbone and your hips. On your exhale, round your spine. Still keeping your hips grounded. Maybe your elbows touch. Maybe they just come close. One more time. Inhale, lift and lengthen, draw your elbows wide, gaze up, look up. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, come back to center, reach your arms out to a T. We're gonna come back to that bicep stretch that we started with. Cross your right arm across your body, gently using your left forearm to draw your right forearm into your left shoulder. To get deeper into that stretch, pull your right hand closer in. You can always back off and lessen that stretch to decrease the sensation in your right bicep. Inhale, circle out your wrist. Switching sides, left arm across your body, gently pulling your left forearm into your right shoulder with the use of your right forearm. You can hug it in close. You can release it a little bit depending on how tight that left bicep is. One more round of breath here. Push your arms, circle out your wrist. Release both arms forward, right palm out, fingertips facing down. Using your left hand, gently pull your fingertips in towards your body, feeling the stretch on the inside of your forearm. One more big breath here. Let it go on your exhale. Keep that right arm forward, your palms still facing out, fingertips to the sky. And now gently pulling your fingertips in. You should feel that stretch in the top part of your forearm. One more round of breath here. Your right wrist. We're going to switch sides. Draw your left hand forward. Palm out, fingertips facing down. Gently pulling your fingertips in towards your body. Feeling that stretch on the inside of your left forearm. On your next inhale, still with the palm out, your fingertips to the sky. Gently pulling your left fingertips in. Feeling the stretch on that top of your left forearm. Your left fingertips circle it out. Find your hands out in front of you. Now release your palms away from your body, stretching both arms forward. Reaching your arms forward, round your spine, bring your gaze toward tops of your thighs. Continuing to press the arms forward. You can create a soft bend in the knee to release some tension in your back. To lengthen your spine, you can straighten your legs, still pressing forward. Inhale, rise up, reach the arms overhead, gently stacking your shoulders over your hips, long spine, still palms facing out. If it's comfortable and if you can keep your arms binded and reach them back, or you can release your bind and then rebind your hands behind your back. This is option one, palms facing in. You can also release your palms to your lower back, fingertips facing down towards your glutes. Squeeze your shoulder blades in, press your chest forward, opening up the front side of your chest. Arms binded or unbinded. Holding here for 2 more rounds of breath. We did a lot with the shoulders today. We're pulling those shoulders away from our ears. We're also stretching our biceps. Release your palms. All right, we're gonna come onto the floor. And lowering your bottom. From here, palms facing down, flip your fingertips opposite direction of your hips. With your feet grounded, we're going to slide our hips towards our heels, keeping the arms straight. Feeling that stretch in your triceps. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed down away from your ears. If you want to get a little bit deeper, you can walk your feet further, still scooting your hips towards your heels. Gently walk your hands in towards your hips. Cross one ankle over the other, lifting your hips, coming into a forward fold. Grab opposite elbows for a ragdoll, pulling the crown of your head further towards the floor, feeling the length along the back side of your body. Release your elbows. Find your hands on the low nape of your neck to pull your crown of your head further towards the floor. Release your hands towards your toes. Slowly rise all the way up. Shoulders down and back. Feet widen your hips. Big inhale. And exhale. One more for good luck. And let it all go. Awesome work today, Amy. Thank you so very much.